Hello, thank you so much for joining us here at KREM 2 News at Noon. I'm Christian Garza. Laura has the day off. Alrighty, well, let's get started with weather right now because it's been a wet morning. I see Thomas Patrick has the umbrella out there. So Thomas, how long will this rain actually stick around for people at home?
Yeah, that's the million-dollar question. In fact, our GM came into the Weather Center for a personal forecast not too long ago as well, wondering the exact same thing. Well, here's the answer. It's going to be at least a couple more hours because the storm system is just crawling across the inland northwest. So the moisture that is getting squeezed out will just keep on rolling out more rain showers through the day. First of all, notice how widespread this rain is directly over the heart of the inland northwest, maybe just getting a little bit thinner out towards the Palouse. And as we zoom in over Spokane County, first of all, this square is completely filled in with green, so it doesn't look like it's going to stop raining anytime soon. But as I track kind of the back end of that wave, and as it, again, crawls at about 10 to 15 miles per hour, I think it rains through at least 3 p.m. here in Spokane. Could hold on until almost 5 p.m. in Coeur d'Alene if this batch of rain still holds together for those next few hours. So I do think it's going to keep raining a little bit deeper into the afternoon than maybe the original projections had as of this morning. So keep those umbrellas handy. It is certainly soaking wet out here. It's not our only chance of rain either. I think scattered showers still remain in the forecast for both Saturday and for Sunday ahead. So coming up, we're going to detail again how much longer this rain is going to last for the inland northwest, not only today, but through the long-term outlook.
Thank you, Thomas. Well, there's a big hole in River Park Square after a car crashed into the front doors in downtown Spokane. Now come take a look at this video from last night. Spokane police say the driver first hit a parked car, then crashed into the mall. The driver was hurt and taken to the hospital. And we have new video today of the damage at River Park Square. Crews have boarded up the area where the car crashed into the mall. That immediate area is also taped off to keep people away. At one point last night, the entire main entrance to the mall was closed, but today, all of the doors that were not damaged are back open. New at noon, Spokane International Airport will be closing its main runway next week for routine maintenance work. The closure begins on Monday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. It will close again on Tuesday during those same hours. The good thing is for passengers, there shouldn't be any sort of delays. The airport will instead use its secondary east to west oriented runway. The biggest impact might be on people living on Spokane's South Hill. They will see an increase in air traffic while this secondary runway is in use. Tonight is Game 5 for the Spokane Chiefs in the WHL Championship Series. The Chiefs have to win tonight if they want to keep their season going. Right now, the Medicine Hat Tigers led the series 3-1. It hasn't been easy here at home for our Chiefs, though. They've got blown out in Game 3 and had another brutal loss in Game 4. Puck drop is at 7 tonight at the arena. If you're going, make sure to be loud and cheer on for our team. Also happening tonight, the Spokane Zephyr and Velocity are hosting a community spring fling. This is another chance for fans to get involved with the USL teams in Spokane. There will be a photo booth, soccer, bowling, a raffle, and of course, you'll get to meet some players and coaches. It's all free. It starts tonight at 4:30 p.m. at Brick West Brewing. The Spokane Velocity actually play this weekend as well. This Sunday, May 18th, KSKN 22 is the spot to watch the Velocity match. Spokane is hosting the Richmond Kickers at One Spokane Stadium. Kickoff is at 4 p.m. Across America this afternoon, President Trump's domestic policy bill hit a snag today after conservatives blocked it from advancing out of the House Budget Committee. 5 Republicans voted against advancing the legislation this morning, meaning it failed by a vote of 16 to 21. The conservative Republicans who voted against it are demanding more spending cuts from Medicaid and from federal clean energy programs. Republican leaders say they are still hopeful they can get the bill passed out of the committee on Monday. Washington's hospital leaders are declaring an emergency as Congress contemplates billions of dollars in cuts to Medicaid. Washington's Hospital Association says hospitals and healthcare providers stand to lose millions every year. A big chunk of that could come from what the Washington State Hospital Association says is a proposed 10% cut to any state giving Medicaid coverage to undocumented immigrants. The association says rural communities in eastern Washington could be hit especially hard, with more Medicaid recipients here than on the west side of the state. The Idaho Hospital Association is also sharing their reaction, saying the changes will dramatically impact hospitals and jeopardize the Medicaid reform initiative passed by the Idaho legislature this session. President Trump wrapped a 4-day tour to the Middle East, touting business deals and investment in the United States. He also confirmed that his administration has handed Iran a nuclear deal proposal, warning they need to move quickly or something bad is going to happen. Natalie Brand is tracking the developments from the White House.
President Trump wrapped a whirlwind tour of 3 Gulf states, touting what he says will be trillions of dollars in new investment.
I have to be a cheerleader for our country. That's why our country is doing so well.
During the final hours of his stop in the United Arab Emirates, he mingled with business leaders across energy, healthcare, and tech. The U.S. and UAE also announced plans for a partnership to build an artificial intelligence data center in Abu Dhabi. President Trump also visited the Abrahamic Family House, an interfaith complex with a church, synagogue, and mosque, and signed a guest book there.
It's great unity, great faith. They're incredible people.
Heading back to Washington on Air Force One, the president confirmed his administration has presented Iran with a nuclear deal proposal, saying that country knows it has to move quickly or something bad is going to happen.
Earlier in the trip, he urged Qatar to help the U.S. reach an agreement with Tehran.
We want to have this end peacefully, not horribly.
And while there had been buildup about this week's talks between Russia and Ukraine and Turkey, President Trump signaled he wasn't optimistic about a breakthrough.
Look, nothing's going to happen until Putin and I get together, okay?
Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky posted a photo of his meeting with European leaders as they spoke with President Trump by phone, saying pressure must be maintained on Russia until Russia is ready to end the war. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the White House.